Bobby Joe Billy. Welcome back. I just, and this is not for you. This is not for you in particular, but just as everybody comes in, right? I just seen that they instituted some new rules where you can kick people off the live stream now. See, before you can put them in timeout for a short period of time, and now you can put them in timeout for 24 hours. So everyone's been warned. In the meantime, though, so like in that time, you know what I'm saying, what have you learned about the 5%? Peace. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
yeah, in that time, like where you at right now? Like from 13, how old are you now?
22.
All right, so in that 9 years, what have you absorbed about the 5%?
I guess one thing I definitely have learned, everything is built upon math. There's no single thing is built upon math.
Mm-hmm.
Lessons as well. Some of them are meant to make you think. I mean, yeah, you quote a bunch of words, quote 120, but some of us require you to think. Some things you quote may not be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's up. So off the top of my head, that's what I can come up with.
So in terms of like what you learned already, right? Like what
Is it yours?
Yeah, you got any questions?
So actually I do have a question. I've been asked this a few times and I want to speak on it because I didn't actually know it entirely. But I've been asked how did 5% start in I believe it was 1930. Was it Wallace D. Ferrari came and taught Elijah Muhammad, and they concluded their lessons in 1934. So it was like a 3.5 year period. From there, I know the Nation of Islam got started. Now for the 5% Nation, was it Father Allah that started us?
Mm-hmm.
But when did that happen?
1964.
1964, Father Allah.
See, that's when you're dealing with knowledge, right? Knowledge is not invented. You know what I'm saying? So, the 5%, we didn't invent no knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, like for instance, when you study the lessons, right? What lessons you know?
So I've gone through the entire book, but it's been a minute since I've picked it up to go through my lessons.
All right. So when you see in the 1 to 10, right, where it says the planet Earth is 196,940,000 square miles, right?
Yeah.
That ain't started in 1964. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's always that's the measurement of the planet. You know what I'm saying? The planet Earth. So the same thing. You see the actual facts. The Earth is 93 million miles away from the sun. It's been that way for since it existed. You see what I mean? So there's always gonna be a lineage with any idea. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to trace it back. Like if you say an idea in America like democracy, right? And they trace that back through all the different incarnations to the Greeks or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So, even like when you say 1934, right? You said Fard, he came with the knowledge to teach Elijah in 1930, right? So, that means that knowledge already existed. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come from far it didn't come from Elijah neither. It's like you said, it's the this is just uh the principles upon which reality is based. You know what I'm saying? Like, how big the planet is, right? 196,940,000 square miles. That impacts the force of gravity and how powerful that force is. You know what I'm saying? And that impacts how much you weigh. You understand what I'm saying? It impacts, when you walking from here to there, how difficult that might be. You see what I'm saying? So, this is why we learn all of these facts that might seem like, trivial to people who don't understand, that these facts is underlying the realities that we deal with. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, know all those aspects, it's like any other situation. If you come into the situation and you know some things on the surface, but you don't know all the stuff that's behind that. You don't know all the history. You understand what I'm saying? You're just seeing the situation right here. So, this is why we, deal with all those facts and history that you see in the lessons. You see what I mean? But at the same time, you got to bring it up to date right now, where it's something that means something to you. Otherwise, those are just stories about people that existed hundreds and thousands of years ago. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, like, if they tell you, a story about anybody, you know what I'm saying? It could be a story about Aristotle, right? But, he's somebody that existed thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? But if they say, well, look, certain things that we deal with in our reality today, right? These ideas was first expressed by Aristotle and then they got developed over time, right? So now this is something that now informs you about what you're dealing with, right? Because you could be dealing with something right now and without you knowing the foundation of it, without you knowing all the things that's involved with it, you don't know if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know none of the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come into a situation and you see two people fighting, and then you make a judgment just based on you see one person winning right now, they on top of the other person, and you thinking that, you're beating the other person up, but you don't know what happened. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's just a simple situation that, happens commonly, but it's like that with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're saying, even who you are, right? Because, like, we saying that the black man is God, right? There's a lot of other people that got different ideas about that, right? But there's some facts in history that's based that there's some facts in history that was manifested, right? That show and prove, at least for me, it shows and proves, why I see things the way I see it. See what I'm saying? Like, when you say today, right, it is self and savior, right? Supreme alphabet is the 19th letter is S, that's self and savior, right? Now look, all the different guys that you hear about in the various books, the various religions or whatever, right? They've never saved their people. Meaning, uh, I don't want to just make light of people's tragedy, right? But I'm saying, look, when the Persians came, right? The Greek gods didn't save them. The German tribes came, the Roman guys ain't saved the Romans. Jesus ain't saved them either. When the Europeans came to West Africa, the West African guys, Naomi and all of them, they ain't saved us. we've only saved ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're not looking at that, you're not, then you might still be waiting. See, and that's what today's class is, ultimately going to be about when we get into that. Is that look, the good ship Jesus ain't coming. Sitting there and waiting for Allah in some other time to come and save you in this time, you might as well go back to looking for a mystery God.
I forget what lesson it is, but that reminds me of there was some lesson I had a piece of it was like wait for mystery God to bring you food, clothing, and shelter.
Yeah, when you sit up home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food, clothing, and shelter. You see, you gotta get them. This is why you gotta have it on cap. Because you playing chess in life. It's not like checkers where you can win it. See, in checkers, you got one piece, two moves. Like it's a whole bunch of pieces, but they all the same piece. They all got the same power. You go that way, or you go that way. See, in chess, you got a whole bunch of pieces, and they move all types of different ways. You see what I'm saying? So you could not be using this piece to the fullest potential. You over here using the rook like a pawn because you don't know which you don't know. You know that one of them is a rook and one of them is a pawn, but because you don't really know it, you see what I'm saying? See, because that's the degrees of knowledge all the way from you just knowing that something exists. Right? Like, you could be somewhere and you heard that it was cars. You heard that it was cell phones. Like, look, people told me that, right? People that I know, right? That, they did a lot of time in jail. And so, especially, if you look at like the last 30 years, the pace of invention has really picked up to where, there's people that told me, when they came home, they had to figure out a cell phone. Like, they didn't know how to use it. They like when somebody gave them a smartphone and told them it was a phone, they was like, yeah, what's the buttons? How you make it? How you make a call? They didn't. You see what I'm saying? So you just you got it in your hand, you know it exists, but you don't know how to use it. See, that's another level of knowledge. See, you know how to use it, but what if it breaks? You know how to fix it. You see what I'm saying? You know how to program software that can be. See, all those is different levels of it. And so that's what you deal when you deal with the knowledge. You can know we 5%ers and we teach that the black man is God, right? But you haven't internalized this knowledge so that you can embody it. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to internalize. Like, see, look, you can watch basketball. You see, if you really go and you go through all the levels of learning, right, which include practice, repetition, activation, all of those things, then you internalize it, right? Because when you get to a certain level, like if you play organized basketball, that's what they tell you. Like, we trying to drill all this stuff into you so that when you in the court, you don't got to think about it. You see what I'm saying? You just see the situation and you just react to it. Like when you got to walk to the refrigerator, you don't think about walking. You just get up and walk. But if you ever see a baby, right? If you ever seen a baby that's just learning how to walk, they got to think about it. And you see they'll stand up and they'll be standing there for a minute because they got to remember, okay, I got to put this leg in it, and then they start getting it. But after a while, because you drilled this so long, you don't have to think about it no more. Tying your shoes. Remember when that was a whole thing you had to do for 5 minutes? But now you don't even remember tying your shoes this morning. You see what I'm saying? That's the level that we get this knowledge to. You see what I'm saying? Where, I don't have to think about, or see, my mindset is already a certain way. So see, like, I always say, like, see, look, if whatever I experience, right, I'm God. Like, I don't care what story it is. Like, look, it could be some Australian people, right? And they could be telling you their story of creation, how they came into existence. In that story, I'm the creator. I'm God. I'm not the devil. I'm not the people being smited. I'm not the createe. I'm the maker and the owner. See what I'm saying? So that's why, man. Yeah, turn it up. So that's why, we have to have this knowledge on cat. You see what I'm saying? And the way we deal with it, when we deal with, today's degree, right? Yo, get these cats out of here. See, when you're dealing with these numbers, right? You're dealing with ciphers, you're dealing with cycles, right? So we all on different cycles. See, your age, that's the amount of revolutions you've been through. My age is the amount of revolutions I've been through, right? What time you got up this morning and what time you gonna get tired. That's a rhythm that you on, right? I might be on a different rhythm. But see, right here, the planet Earth, right? We're all, this is the home of all of us right here, right? And the lessons would say, this is the home of Islam, our self-Lord Master, right? So this is the cycle that we all in tune with, right? This universal cipher right here. You see what I'm saying? When you go home, the food that, like, I don't eat onions. You see what I'm saying? That's my thing, right? And then maybe you love onions. You might eat raw onions, right? That's your thing. But see, being right here on this 196,940,000 square miles, right? This is a cipher we all got to deal with. If a meteorite hit this, we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to the sun, somebody poured some water on it or something, we all fucked up. And that's why, in order for us to be in tune with each other, right, we deal with that cycle right there. But it's many cycles all around. But that particular one, right, keeps us in tune with, see, we the universe. It's not like the universe is over there and then we come in a separate package, right? We part of the universe. So in order for us to be in tune with that universal cycle of each other and of this planet and this solar system that we chose to be our home, right? We deal with today's mathematics. And then it simplifies it. You understand what I mean? See, you might be from Ohio. See, the time there is different than here. The time, the chronological time, and all the other signs too. You know what I'm saying? Like when you out here, you notice that it's differences than out there. Like when I was out in Ohio, I noticed that there was differences out there than out here. But see, supreme mathematics, it's knowledge born out there too. So, this is why we, keep our lessons on CAP, right? And deal with them in that way of today's degree. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise, we'll all be dancing to different drums and we won't be able to save ourselves. You see what I mean? That's what people do to you. You know what I mean? They put you on separate. Everybody's on a separate thing. You remember you seen The Matrix? And everybody was in their own pod. They didn't even know the other person was there. You see what I'm saying? because they didn't have that interaction with each other. They wasn't dealing with mathematics. Everybody was just dealing with the system. But so did I answer your question? I went a little. That was a little what's name. Did I answer your question?
When you asked me what I knew about 5%, that's all.
Yeah. And then you said you had a question.
I did. I already asked you the question.
Yeah, that's what I said. Did I answer it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but so is that it though?
Off the top of my head, yes.
So what made you come to the school?
I've been around the school multiple times, especially in Parliament when we had the.
Well, let me see if I can speak to Free. I don't know where the. Let me see if I get in touch with the guy right now. All right, hold on. See if he pick up. But yeah, we got Bobby Joe Billy. What's your real name? I just can't call you Bobby Joe Billy, man. I'm old school, so just names like that. It's just I can't call it, but I can't. What's your real name? Freedom Shaquem Malik Felix Almanzar. Yeah, we deal with the simplistic sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes, we talk about all this fancy stuff as if we high powered or something, but we got to go back down. Yesterday, see, it's listen. I've been involved. I've been doing some 18th century, some 18th century physical labor, and there's a couple other things. Yesterday, I was like, man, see, my energy is not what's the name. So that's why we didn't do the class. But look, I'm gonna sum up the class from yesterday. Now that you brought that up, right? Free Cipher Allah. Yo, you know what's wild? The brother that I just called, his name's Free too. But yeah, I'm trying to get him in touch with you because he's out there in Ohio too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Free Cipher Allah. You gotta look until I get it on cap because I'm a little bit slow. Oh yeah, so yesterday, right? Knowledge built destroyed. So, we take it to the lessons. See, this, sometimes I guess, look, these are things that we used to talk about. This is how we, when I was in high school. But
yes, sir. What you gotta do, G? Yes, sir. No.
what the hell? Oh man. But sometimes that basic stuff like that, can help you. So knowledge build or destroy, right? So we got we take that to the 140 and we see what is the duty of a civilized person, right? And the duty of a civilized person is to use their knowledge to build, right? And you have approximately 3 million who use their knowledge to destroy. And that all goes according to that's very dependent on which rules they go by. We don't necessarily have a ruler, but which master you serving. Like I said, we don't have a ruler or a master, but if you understand, you understand. So yeah, that's it. That's why we didn't. I guess if we got any questions on that, but yeah, that's why we didn't even have to go live yesterday, because surely everybody already saw that on their own. So that was that. Phil G just got very dangerous up in here. Born alive. What is the deal? You are not that said person. Exactly, man. Gotta figure that out. Kasim, self-realization. Yo, when the other Kasim comes in, I got something for him too. He keeps asking me about the what's the guy's name? Kant. So yeah, I did a little bit of reading up on the dude Kant, but when he comes in, we'll deal with that. But yeah, what you got right there?
I was not gonna lie, I was just talking about to read the lesson we were talking about yesterday's class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see now look, that's why you gotta have it on cap. Because look, there's a history, there's very important history with that, right? Where brothers got separated from their lessons. You know what I'm saying? To like the firstborn brothers, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things that was like, look, keep them up here, man, so they can't be taken. You see what I mean? Because we gotta be moving and shaking. You understand what I'm saying? This knowledge is not like we go to the rally, but anybody who's been to the rally knows that the rally is not like church. You see what I'm saying? See, you got that book of life, right? Now, what all you got in it?
All the lessons on up to actual facts. Yeah, on to actual facts.
That's it?
And I think maybe some additional lessons that I asked my dad for.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Now look, see, you putting that book together yourself. See, that's different from when you go in Christianity, right? If you came into church right now, they're gonna give you their book. If you go into Hinduism right now, they're gonna give you their book and say, look, this is all the lessons right here that you need. See, in there, right there, you writing that book. Those are the lessons that you need. You know about the Council of Nicaea?
No.
That was well, the basic kind of principles and everything that became Christianity, right, was decided on. They first was decided on at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where, like, you ever heard about there's other books of the Bible that wasn't included? That was the first place where they started deciding that some books was going to be included and some books was not going to be included. You see what I'm saying? So, and you got what they decided. So what they decided that you wasn't going to know. Like, you ever heard about the slave Bible? Yeah, there was a slave Bible, right, where they only had the chapters and the verses that kind of promoted slavery. So shit like give Caesar what is Caesar's and shit, they had that. You see what I'm saying? But anything about you being free and shit, and you having your own connection to God, and you don't need to be going through these people. That wasn't in there. See, this is your book of life right here. You see what I'm saying? Certain love. You said you're not getting alerts. Yeah, you gotta stay on top of them. Look, let me tell you something. And this is going on in general right now. Let me tell you something. People don't like me. See, they don't want me doing. See, and it's just like this when you say, look, it's millions of people on YouTube doing a live stream, alerts going out. Why my alerts saying? Because people don't like me. See, I thrive off it, but sometimes people that's around me, they don't understand. Like, yo, why is this happening? Look, don't rack your brain. Just click the alert button over. Because that does happen. Sometimes it's like that where they get tired of me. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep clicking it off, I keep clicking it on.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? They do what they do, and I'm back every Monday and Tuesday. So over the years, it's been people that just eventually they decided to just leave or whatever, or leave me alone or kick me out. That's these are different ways. But look, they what they learned is that they can't outlast me. So there's that part. Born God. You said, was the 17th degree originally? What is the meaning of a civilized person? You talking about in the mosque? Yes. RDM chemistry. Jay Maddox. Jay, we got a lot of people in here. Hope y'all all click the subscribe, and like Sir Love is saying, you gotta stay on top of your alert button because they will unalert you or whatever, however that goes. For all the people that came in, I want y'all to know something. That YouTube, I didn't even request it. But YouTube has instituted some new rules now where I can kick you off the live stream. Like before, I can put you in timeout, but you come back in like 5 minutes. But now, I can put you in timeout for 24 hours. So just look, everyone's been warned. Everyone's been warned. By the way, shout out to all the people because look, I've been eating very gourmet the last 2 days. For the people that don't know, I was fasting. I fasted on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And by the way, I did everything wrong. You know all the stuff I always tell people to don't do and do while you fasting. Like, yeah, I was fasting, but I didn't really slow down. So I didn't really get I don't know what it was. Was it to the last day where I really feel like usually by the second day, I feel like I fasted and I've gotten the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? But was it to the third day this time? You know what I'm saying? But it ended up working out. But a couple of people actually they hit the cash shot. You know what I mean? Shout out to what's the brother's name? Alamel? No, it's not Alamel. What's the brother's name that always asks for the paragraph. Oh, I'll tell you right now. Melchizedek Salam. Shout out to Melchizedek Salam. Got a blast from the past. People who's been on for a long time. You might remember my ambition to win. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't tell her that I said this, but the Tiger Nut lady, she sent me, but she wanted me to get Tiger Nuts, but I didn't get that. She said, when I broke the fast, look, I didn't break it. A lot of people, they might, but look, I had some mangoes, some crisp mangoes that I had went to the supermarket the night before. So when I woke up, I had those there. You know what I'm saying? And since then I've been eating pretty good. I haven't gotten back to the junk yet. Had a nice salad. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody that brought me off of this fast in the proper way. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, what's going on out here? Do we have any questions on yesterday's live? The new people that came in, y'all might have missed it. I did the whole live from yesterday. The whole live from yesterday, I already did it. Don't try to rewind. Don't try to rewind. But we did the whole live from yesterday. We already ran through it today. Infinite understanding a lot. Peace to God. Welcome to the channel. Because see, you gotta see how you said that out there with you 5%, right? You the only one?
Yeah, me and my dad that I know of.
Right. See, now I'm gonna tell you something about that. But I gotta keep it 100 with you. Look at the 16th degree in the 1 to 40.
More than 5% was for the planetary.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, go through.
Mm-hmm.
They are the poor righteous teachers who not believing teachers of 10%. They are all wise and know who the true living God is, and they teach that the true living God is the Son of Man, Supreme Being, the Black Man of Asia. They teach freedom, justice, and equality to all human families of planet Earth, otherwise known as civilized people, also Muslims and Muslim sons.
All right, now, what's the word that it keeps repeating?
True living God, which is God, period.
There's a word in there that it repeats more.
So the piece more. Teach.
Teach. 5% is a teacher. See, poor, righteous, those is adjectives. Who is the 5%? A teacher. There's some things that it's like, yeah, I can give you a title, right? But like, look, I can say you're a basketball player, but you got to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I can say you were a race car driver, but at some point you got to get a car and drive fast. You understand what I'm saying? So to say you're 5%, right? You got to teach some people. You understand what I'm saying? And see, really, that's just about walking and talking it. You see what I'm saying? If you walking and talking it, right? And I mean, you should see a difference. The people around you should see a difference. And if those differences and those changes that you made is for the better, right? Then there's going to be people with enough wisdom to say, yo, I get down with that. You see what I'm saying? But you got to be living it out because they don't know. Like you just say that you got people know what you're talking about. I've been there. Well, I see people saying they was God. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until, I'm really moving in the midst of some stuff and then I started seeing what they dealing with. But it's one of those things like that where like, you see how you got dudes like, yeah, you was a star in high school, you was a star in college, but see, when you get in the NBA, we got to show you how this go up here. See, you might score a lot of points, but you're not going to win championships. We got to show you how this up here goes. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to actually walk through it. When you deal with culture, right? Same way I was saying in terms of levels of knowledge, right? Now, let's take food, for example, as a part of culture, right? You can tell me that people of any culture, they got this dish that they make, right? This kind of food, that kind of food, whatever, right? But I don't know what it smells like when they're making it. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know how it affects my system, my stomach. You understand what I'm saying? See, that's how you got to deal with this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? See, like you said in the beginning, right? When this got started, right? For that brother right there, that's how we all started, right? Is that you got to walk with somebody who has internalized this to really see how it's done because there's nothing else that's like this. There's nothing, there's only, this right here, in terms of is there other people out in the world that know what we know? Yeah, but they not this right here. And see, I have a, I'm particular about that. With somebody, listen, man, there's us, and then there's everybody else. Specifically because see, this is, we got this knowledge, right? We got this facts and all of this, right? But see, we a family though. You see what I'm saying? And that's a part of this too. Just in terms of, look, you can have all the lessons, right? But check this out. The love came first. See, your father already loved you, you know what I'm saying, because of who he was and who he is. And so he loved you through the action of giving you those degrees, right? And telling you what to do with it. You knew this was here, right? See, the love came first, and then came those lessons. See, that's what we got to remember, being 5%ers, man, and who we be around each other and how we talk to each other. Yes, I mean, how we treat each other and how we, move as a unit out here, with all these shit around us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we'll forget that with all these all this information we talking and shit, and we going all back and talking about 325 AD and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's good. That's fancy. But that was the first thing because look, see, we say that's life, right? Somebody gave you their life. You see what I'm saying? Now, with you, you got a particular relationship, right? Because we see for the rest of us, that's just somebody we met in the street. And they took the time, to put us on the road. You see what I'm saying? But that's you gotta get he didn't give you no history of Allah in there.
About that.
I mean, when he was born?
I have to go through these lessons. Like I said, it's been a minute. I started these lessons back in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped them at 2019.
All right, now look at the 13th degree in the 140.
What makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes?
Mm-hmm.
They continue daily to teach the 85% that all they see, such as rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, comes from that mystery God that no one will ever be able to see until he dies.
All right, stop. You see right there where it says they continue daily? All right, now look at the 9th degree in the 142.
You said the 9th degree?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God brings all of this?
The 1 to 14.
Oh, 1 to 14, okay. Why does Muhammad make the devil study from 35 to 50 years before he can call himself a Muslim son and wear the greatest and only flag known in the universe? And why must he add a sword to the upper part of the greatest and holy flag of Islam?
It should say holy and greatest, universal flag of Islam, but good.
So he can clean himself up. A Muslim does not love the devil regardless to how long he studies. After he's devoted 35 to 50 years trying to learn to do like the original man, we would allow him to come and do trade amongst us.
All right, stop. So you see where it says 35 to 50 years, right? That's life. So see, when it says they continue daily for 35 to 50 years, every day for the rest of your life, is somebody getting up in the morning, right? Who, see, just in general, you got people that got plans that they need foot soldiers for. You see, right now, if I want to start a gang, I need pawns. And see, if your mind ain't strong enough, you'll be soaked into my idea and become my pawn. So see, what that's telling you is that every day for the rest of your life, is somebody getting up that they'll make you a pawn if you're ready and willing. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why we got to stay on point every day. See what I'm saying? Because one day you're going to have a 13-year-old son. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, once upon a time, you had to be protected. Anytime if the wind blow too hard, they put you behind them. You understand what I'm saying? But then as you grow up, then all of a sudden now you freestyle, you fuck you out there without no shirt on and shit in the snow. You see what I'm saying? But what happens when you have the responsibility too? You see what I mean? You got to be prepared because as people continuing daily. So for instance, right, when your kids start to go to school, right? And they start to get exposed to all these things, and they're going to the school, and the school is telling them, you misinforming them about the facts. Maybe not just straight up telling them stuff that's not true, but they're obscuring things that would shed some new light on topics. You know what I'm saying? How do you know that that's what's going on? How do you correct that unless you have the knowledge yourself? You see what I'm saying? And you got to be prepared because, you see it's swords all over. Everybody got swords. Every time you read these books, you read the Bible, the Quran, everybody got swords, man. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's the dude, the superhero dude that was in the superhero thing. I mean, I haven't really followed it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that I don't have any interest. You dudes get locked up every day, B. So in particular. But yeah, I don't know any details about that. I just saw that he was convicted. I did see that line though, born God. I did see that where he had the colored woman, and she said that he said something in the nature of he feels like he's great, and could the colored woman, does she feel like she could be Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama? But I mean, look, anybody can talk a little crazy. You don't know how much drinks he had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what is up. But yeah, I saw that. You said they got a video of her chasing him through the streets of New York City. Listen, man, like I said, I didn't see it. I mean, if that's that's the case. And it's just one of them things where look, it's 24 hours in a day, right? And I got things I like to relax sometimes. So you figure, out of whatever time I'm not resting, whatever, it's a certain amount of time that I got to analyze things and shit. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, like what I'm gonna do for the class, uh, things I gotta do for my kids, all these different things that I gotta be thinking about. I don't got time for Jonathan Majors. Like he's gotta save himself. See, self and savior, he's gotta save himself. That's some things you on your own. See, look, we like to like the Hebrew Israelites up in here. Let me see the build and destroy degree and then 140. See, the reason why I got you doing that is so that you can see that it's all in there. You see what I'm saying? But you got to have it all on cap so you can flow through it like that.
Build destroys. What makes Ray House on earthquakes?
Mm-hmm. Now stop. When you get down to the bottom, right? It says earthquakes is cause.
Oh,
earthquakes. All right. Yeah, read after that. Yeah.
Earthquakes are caused by the Son of Man experimenting with high explosives. In fact, all the alone is caused by the Son of Man.
It's supposed to say all that above is caused by the Son of Man.
I didn't say all the above. I misread that.
Right.
All the above is caused by the Son of Man.
Now see, all that above is caused by the Son of Man. You see, a lot of that shit below, you did that on your own. You on your own with that. that's what a lot of people don't realize. See, in religious, you could do that. You can blame everything on all that above or all that below. Right? Above your head or below your feet. I'm saying. See, we deal with above 6 and below 6. They deal with above your head and below your feet. So if something good happens, that came from above your head, God and the angels. If something bad happens, that came from below your feet, the devil and the demons. You see what I'm saying? Nah. Came from you. You use the cause of it, right? You the problem. And if there's a solution, right, you the only solution. Robbie came in. So you went up to Throg's Neck, you should have hit me up. Even though today I couldn't have made it, but I would have made an attempt. RDM Chemistry said Hollywood brothers should do the knowledge to Jack Johnson, who would never be accepted into the devil's social equality. I mean, now, and like I said, I don't know, I haven't followed it to say that, but I don't think, if at all he's involved with what he was charged with, right? And I'm saying if because I don't know. I don't think we can, we don't want to lump that in with you just not being allowed to be a part of social equality. Peace. But this is something that happens. You know what I mean? We're and my people do this. We have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? You try to lump your bad behavior, right? You try to lump the response to your bad behavior in with just normal race relations. You understand what I mean?
Elaborate.
Like, you walk down to the mall, right? Slap somebody in the face. And then when the cops come and arrest you, you say it's because of racism. No, it's because you're uncivilized in an atmosphere where your incivilization is impacting everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when you trying to, troubleshoot the problem, right? You could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you come in, the computer's not working. And you come in with the preconceived idea that it's not plugged in. So it never dawns on you to press the power button. Because you're trapped in, like, nah, it's because it's not plugged in, it's because it's not plugged in. So that's what I'm saying. If you got this one problem in your mind, that everything is, well, it's right here, that's what it's saying, is racism there. I think you're gonna run into some problems being able to come up with exact solutions because you're not exact in troubleshooting the problem. Sharon Love said, can all the above relate to all the degrees above in the 140? Should it relate to all the degrees above that before you got to that degree? But yeah, it could. But I think the problem you have there, right, is that there's not a lot of effects. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that, all that above is caused by the son of man, right? So you got a cause, then there's got to be some effect. Well, what's going on here? How did Mike Tyson and Robin Givens get into this? Western women. See, I gotta stop, man. You make me, I'm having, I got a pretty good percentage of female listeners now. Take these kind of shots. Turn this into a pill channel or something. So what else? You got any other questions? So I know what happens. You have all the questions, and then when you get here, you can't think of it. Matter of fact, Robbie, hold up, I'm about to text you right now. I asked you about something. Robbie, check your text message real quick. Halftime. Let's read. So halftime asked, what did I miss? First of all, you missed the whole class from yesterday. We did the whole live stream from yesterday. All of the knowledge that was going to be included in there, we already ran through it. Don't try to rewind. I'm telling you, don't try to rewind. You missed it. One guy said, what I mean is the original man can beat a target, and they have certain tools that they use against him. See, sometimes, right, you got to realize that certain environments is not for you. And so you're not going to thrive there. And you could try to blame the people that's there, but the reality is, if that environment is not for you, it's not for you. You're not going to thrive there. Like, see, underwater, right? You're not going to thrive there. Now you can blame the fish, but that's the reality. Like, you went into that world, and apparently you don't want to follow the rules of that world. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that what happens is what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's being the maker and the owner. That you're protesting a situation, right? You got the freedom to do that. But you got to have the power to stand up to whatever is the consequences of exercising that freedom. So, I mean, those is just those worlds. Like if I go on another live stream where they talking about another topic or whatever, and they got their particular rules, like if he had his own movies that he was making and they came to destroy him, but nah, bro, you want to be in the Marvel universe. That's a part of that world. You see, we the guys, right? We know that, listen, man, all these different states of mind, all these different worlds, we could choose to be there or we could don't, right? Because we choose our home. See, we chose the best part for ourselves and put them out on the worst part. So if he was put into that position, then, or let's not talk about him, anybody, right? If they put in a position, that's one thing. But I mean, you went over there. It's because you black people have time said don't try to rewind. It's because I'm black, isn't it? Look, we tried to give you people a chance. We tried to give you people a chance in the '60s, and look what happened. Y'all come up with Kodak Black. Shout out to Kodak Black. Actually, Kodak Black is actually I like his music. Not all of it, but I heard a couple of songs I like. But that's something else. Arabi said, remember that the Son of Man is the mind of the person. So based upon your collective perception, followed by action, is the cause of all circumstances that you experience. That's what I mean by you people. You know what I mean by you people? Everybody knows about you people and chicken. Billy Joe Bob said, leave Dak out of this. Who you talking about from the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, how did he get how did he get included there? I missed that. Oh, I was about to say that I didn't know what that. Ah man, halftime. That's a heavy shot. That's a heavy shot right there. Speaking of lookalikes, though, did you see the woman that? In fact, she's from up there around. She's in Illinois somewhere. She's the mayor, and she's been causing a lot of controversy. She looks just like Lil Wayne. She looks like Lil Wayne with a wig on. Nah, listen. I'm talking about it's uncanny. Like I can't. They have to be related. They have to be related, man. Has anybody on here seen that? She's somewhere out in like the south suburbs. South suburbs. Yeah, that's her, Tiffany Henry. Yeah. She's out in the Dalton, Illinois. Yeah. Yo, she looked just like Little Wayne. I'm sure why this ain't Katie. I don't know. She might have ran on that. Like it could be people that thought the whole time that they was voting for Little Wayne. Yeah, she wigged out. She came into like the meeting, whatever is the meeting of the township, dressed like uh dude in New Jack City. You ever see that movie, New Jack City? Yes, that's old school. That's a little before your time. But he was a drug kingpin, and somebody had stole some money. So he comes in one day with these pit bulls and some sticks, talking about yo, what's up? Don't nobody know what happened? Nobody know what happened. And she comes in, yeah, Nino Brown. She comes into the meeting for the township dressed like that. So, but so nobody know what happened. And see, look, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Who was talking to a little bit earlier? Born guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, she can't turn around and say, "Oh, y'all treat me just because I'm black." You see what I'm saying? Like, see, now you cheapening the rest of us. You cheapening what's really going on and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like when there's real racism because you know what I'm saying? Your actions is not civilized and righteous. But RDA chemistry, oh, you didn't hear about this? Yeah, it really happened. That really happened in our reality. So I guess we're gonna move into now self and savior. Does anybody want to add on before we because these are short and sweet. These are short and sweet. We ain't got to break the bank. But dealing with self and savior. Jay Maddox said it's well documented. Yes, it's on audio and videotape. I mean, that's pretty well. I don't know how much more documented you can get than that. Didn't realize I was still muted. But so yeah, nobody's gonna like I said, surely we have some scientists of the caliber that can give us some insight on self-savior. Well, I guess not. So, self-savior, I mean, it's not very complex words there. So RDM chemistry said when you make knowledge born, you add your knowledge to the cipher so that you can save self. All right, now I got a question on RDM chemistry. We're going to sidetrack a little bit, but this is important, right? If you add your knowledge to the cipher, right, wouldn't that mean that the cipher would have to have already existed? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't add salt to the meal unless the meal already existed.
I thought something was nothing until something was added to it.
Bingo! So the cipher can't come before the knowledge. This is why it's knowledge add a cipher. Keep that in mind. So, it's a very important thing. You're right. It's very particular because see, with mathematics, right? Like you said, everything is based on mathematics, but see, everybody don't see them the same way. See, some people, mathematics, wisdom come before knowledge.
You get a misunderstanding.
And some people, mathematics, cipher comes before knowledge. Some people say, look, mathematics is just random chance numbers. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, right? That just because you're seeing the same elements, right? The order is extremely important. What's his name? Oh yeah, Free Cipher. I was about to. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just some name that can't call people. But yeah, Free Cipher said, only I can save me. I can give you the knowledge, but you will have to apply said knowledge. So, adding on to what both of y'all are saying right here, self and savior, right? We have to save ourselves. There's no, and that's individually and collectively. We can't depend on other people's savior, right? From a different time, a different people, a different place, etc., etc. See, sometimes you heard, this person came and saved those people over there, right? They're not coming back. That was 500 years ago, 5,000 years ago, whatever, they ain't coming back. See, you hear, oh, yo, this person did that over there. Listen, man, that don't mean that's for you. See, we all have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? And here's the thing: you got to use your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Hey, right now, you got situations in your own life which you got to deal with. So now, if I come and start telling you my problems and ask you for, you like, yo, look, bro, I got shit I gotta do, man. You know, I'm going on my way to court, man. You telling me about you understand what I'm saying? So this is not just it's not just lip service. It's not just something I'm saying. I'm saying that, you gotta be very aware, because even when you're talking about the history of the nation, right? You got different things that happen, different interactions, for instance, between the law and Mayor Lindsay. Look, Mayor Lindsay ain't coming back right now. For you to develop that type of relationship with, whatever person, in this day and time right now, we gotta save ourselves. You see, the mystery God can take a lot of different forms. It can be manifested in a lot of different. There's mysterious ideas. Where it's not that you think no magical person is gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? But you think that some unfounded idea, right, is gonna, take precedence in reality. That see, I don't deal with a lot of concepts like that, so I don't have one, readily on cap. But that is the reality, man. That some people, they waiting on Jesus. But, some people is waiting on reparations. That's not necessarily a mystery God. Some people is thinking, that any number of things that, if you just had that, we get the 11th degree in the 140.
When you set up home for Mr. God to bring you food,
You see?
Emphatically no. Me and my people have been lost from home for 379 years to try that Mr. God for food, clothing, and shelter. We received nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and out of doors. Also beaten and killed by the same ones who advocate this kind of God. No relief came to our aid until the Son of Man by the name of Prophet W.D. Farr.
You see what I'm saying? That, all these different ideas that, it's going to be some government program, all the other religions is going to bow down and recognize. Or sometimes, look, sometimes we saw the person. There's people that I saw that, listen, they was heroic in real time action. But that was then and this is now. And see, Allah come in his own good time. And see, your own good time is as soon as you start realizing what the problems is. That's the time for you to step up and be the solution. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise, you just bitch ass. Like if you come over here to tell me, yo, God, that shit over there fell down. What the fuck you telling me for? Why you pick it up? You see what I'm saying? Now that's just a mundane thing, but ultimately, this stuff applies to your life. You see what I'm saying? Alamel, shout out. I was just saying, Alamel, how I've been eating gourmet for the last 2 days. I'm eating gourmet. Look, I had some mangoes. I had some nice mangoes. Even though it's out of season, but because you and a couple other people, y'all hit the cash app. I was like, man, listen, I might as well get fancy. So yeah, I've been eating salads and all of that. Shout out to you, my brother. Many, many, many more. But since you're here though, Alabama, let's get a paragraph. So you don't know about Alabama. let's get a paragraph, Alabama. So I'm show you what my life is like. Got a little endorsement right here. That's my commercial. Hey, look, Robbie, I'm gonna get that money to you. Before the next. I'm gonna get that money to you. I'm gonna get that money to you for this endorsement right here before the next rap. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all aces. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, man. That we gotta save ourselves, man. None of this other stuff, and like I said, you do have to be careful. You gotta be careful because to be biblical, how they say we walking through the valley of the shadow of death. It's shit all around us. You see what I mean? Meaning, look, you can run away from the hyenas right into the lion. So see, like I said, that's why you gotta have everything on cap. You gotta have everything on cap. You see what I'm saying? So that you realize that, okay, look, I'm not getting out of one mysterious situation to get into another mysterious situation. right? Especially because look, see, sometimes, see, what's in you is what's in you. If you got mystery in you, you're a mysterious person, you got fear in you, then it doesn't matter what you deal with, you're going to deal with it mysteriously, even if it's the 5%. You see what I mean? Things that you have in you, that's all you can do. Like, see, people who's not at peace, they can't come to peace with other people. People that don't have understanding cannot reach an understanding with other people. And people who deal with mysterious things cannot come to full reality with other people. See, like we was dealing with the last classes that see, one of the reasons they do Sunday school and all those songs and everything is to burn that religious stuff into your mind, to burn it into your, like when I saw it for the first time was my grandfather returned to the essence, right? So I take my sons to the funeral. So we there at the cemetery, and the preacher says, look, everybody, grab hands with the person next to you, and we're gonna sing the song, right? And even though it had been decades, like longer than you've been alive since I went to church, right? As soon as he said that, I knew exactly what was going on. Like it was, what I'm saying? It was, and then I looked at my sons, right? And they looking around like, what the fuck is this? Like, because they had never been to church. They didn't know, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it like, yo, see what they had burned into them is different than what I had burned in. Yes, I mean, but the key is though that I still came into this knowledge at a young enough age, right? Where they could burn that out. You see what I'm saying? Alamel said the 16 crucified saviors is a good read. So who is the uh who are the 16 crucified saviors? Jay, you was fasting too? What days you fasted? I fasted the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. So children are initially autopathic. New word. But who are the 16 crucified saviors? Oh, the same days? Look, I would have had moved mine to the 13th, 14th, and 15th if I had known. But the schedule got all messed up, and then I just had a determined idea. Especially, see, that's why sometimes you gotta keep your mouth shut. See, because I was telling people I was gonna fast on it. See, if I didn't say it to anybody, then I could have just moved it. You know what I'm saying? But I could have just said, yo, you know what? That's going on this weekend. So look, I'm gonna wait till after the weekend and then fast. See, that's what I'll be saying about you gotta show and prove, man. That's the thing. See, that's word is bond. See, I didn't say word is bond But see, word is bond. You already said it. See, if word is life, then it's life. You understand what I'm saying? It's word is life. You don't gotta put no exclamation on it. You understand what I mean? You either pregnant or you're not. It's not a little bit pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It's not almost pregnant. It's either pregnant or not pregnant.
What's the purpose of fasting?
Well, there's mental and physical effects of it. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, it's for you to be able to see that the mind controls the body. Like, see, our relationship with food, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing they give you, right? As soon as you cry or whatever, you a little bit upset, that's the first thing they offer you is the food and shit. You see what I'm saying? So they've been kind of mastering you with the food. And you've become a slave to it. You see what I mean? If you could see that you can control that, you start seeing that there's other things that's going on inside you and around you that you can control with your mind. You understand what I'm saying? See, like the guy was saying, the Son of Man is the mind of man, the S-U-N of man, not the S-O-N of man. See, the S-O-N of man is talking about how you is physically. Jay, yeah, you know what? That's the reason I said it too, Jay. Jay said he went through the fast the same days as me because I said it, but that's what happened. The last time I did a fast, and everybody's like, yo, why you didn't say that, man? We fasted with you. And that's why I said, oh yeah, I didn't even finish talking, right? So yeah, that's, mentally, now physically, there's just, when you restrict your diet, right, then your body can deal with all other type of stuff. Like digestion is like like how much ever they, you got like a mile of intestines or whatever they say, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when you fall, you eat too much, you gotta sit down and you know what I mean? Or even animals, you see like when after they eat, they can't even move and shit. You know what I mean? They anaconda and all that, they can eat a whole fucking giraffe, but then they can't move for 2 weeks. Digestion is a very intensive process in the body. You know what I mean? So when you're not doing digestion, your body can start dealing with all other processes. You see what I mean? In certain things, your body can, it's something called autophagy. I don't know how to say it. It's AUTOPHAGY. And it got something to do with your cells cleaning themselves out. You know what I'm saying? And when you fast, it's like a impetus for that to start happening. You understand what I'm saying? But those is just a couple. Those is just a couple of the benefits that you get from fasting. You know what I'm saying? And it is a requirement to become 5%. You're supposed to fast 3 days. You see what I mean? Because you walking around and you saying that you God, right? But you haven't tested it. Like, see, anybody can say, you can tell me you can fly. And that's all good till we get to the roof of the state building and I tell you to prove it. You see what I'm saying? As long as we right here, You can say that all day long. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with you saying that you God. Okay, well then, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? What have you made? What have you owned? Right? Will you the best part of anything? You see what I'm saying? And so the beginning, right? We know that we the Asiatic black man, right? For you to show and prove that, that fast 3 days. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody that fast 3 days, right? They learn something. Even if it's just that, yo, I could actually last 3 days without food. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, it's, you know, I didn't really never, I mean, I knew it could happen because I've heard of people fasting, like Gandhi and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I never really thought it out like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, by the second day, you realize, like, yo, yeah, I got this. You know what I'm saying? And then it's, you know, you see that you begin to see the power of the mind. Supreme Man said, to realize the true and living God, you must first kill the mystery God. To realize the true and living God, you must first kill the mystery God in your subconscious mind that has been implanted. You can't do that. You done now, man? Can I do my live?
Peace.
To realize the true and living God, you must first kill the mystery God in your subconscious mind that has been implanted. You can't be that mystery God in the physical. You got to dead those thoughts. Yeah, I mean that's what ends up happening though. You know, where you know the Christianity, you know, the religious mindset is so strong in a person, right? That you just you transplant all of the religious ideas of God and the devil onto the black man and the white man. And so, you know, you start thinking that, you know, the white man is this you know, just unstoppable force of doing shit to people. You know, I'm not saying that he don't, but I'm just saying that is he don't have no magical powers to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, nothing is, but in particular, negativity is not perfect. Like this idea that, you know, anybody can just do negativity to perfection to the level where whatever is their negative thoughts and ideas is going to be manifest no matter what. You brought that from Christianity with you. You know what I'm saying? This idea that, you know, just the melanin in our skin. You know what I'm saying? If we stare at the sun for long enough at the right angle, we could zap the devil. You brought that with you from somewhere else. And don't get me wrong, with everybody, yeah, it takes time. right? You're going from a boy to a man to God and all of that. So yeah, it's going to take time. But at the very least, people had to at least realize that. And you got to realize that these things, it's important. You got to pay attention to it. See, because even when you get the knowledge, right, you're still immersed in a greater culture. You know what I mean? Like you said, boom, y'all 5%, but everybody around y'all was 85% and 10%. So see, when you don't stick with your lessons, when you don't stick with what you got to focus on, then you can easily just drift right back into that way of life. You would drift right into being an 85% because you're a drop of coffee in a cup of milk. And so you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused, right? In remaining you, man, because the minute you get unfocused, you're going to blend into the milk, man. They won't even know that you ever was there. They won't even know that you ever was there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so RDM Chemistry said he has the book, the 16, what is it? The 16 Crucified Saviors. So it says Krishna was one, Quetzalcoatl, Krite, and Lao, I'm not familiar with. Jay said mental power, he's talking about benefits from fasting. And he's saying that his queen had some chicken seasoned for 2 days and decided to cook it the same day he started fasting. I told my son that chicken looked good, but knowledge the power and walk away. Now look, I don't want to cause any drama, but that was a little bit grimy of her. That was, I don't want to be causing no controversy in your home, but that was, I think you gotta pay her back for that one, man. That's some shit right there. See, that's why I'm fucked up because I wouldn't let that ride. Shit. Like you going to what? Hey, look, and he said she had a season for 2 days, man. He got all extra herbs and spices, such motherfucker. Like, nah, that's what she did on purpose right there. Man. Like, what the fuck would you do something like that? Like, see, yeah, we're gonna catch you. Look, we're gonna save one up for you so we can get you good. We gotta plan this shit out. We gotta plan this shit. That's not right, guys. It's not right. Okay, so Tammuz was another of the crucified saviors. I know about Tammuz. Mithra, I know about Mithra. Now said the mystery God is a made creation of those who desire to impersonate the true and living through material and technology. Supreme Master, some brothers think they can do what they want. I'm God, I can do whatever, but that's not our teaching. 5, that's not our teaching. 5, every action is an opposite or equal reaction. They're universal laws we all abide by. And see, that's ultimately what I'm saying is that, that's a different scale of justice right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't. But yeah, ultimately, these is laws. And, here's the thing. The same laws that give you the power, right? The same laws that you can go according to, right? And have the power. The same laws of knowledge and wisdom that you use to born understanding is the same laws of culture. It's the same laws that, like I said, yeah, you're free to do whatever you want to do, right? But do you have the power to live it out when it's time to show and prove? Do you have the power to live it out when your knowledge adds a cipher and now it's time for the justice to come? Of course, it's easy when it's a reward, but it might not have been easy what you had to do to get that reward. You know what I'm saying? But if your scale of justice is, okay, this side is right and this side is wrong, and because you're God, this side is always, this side got 100 pounds on it by default because you God. Yeah, see, now that's something different than what we're dealing with, than what we're talking about in the 10th degree. You see what I'm saying? That's not just I see equality, because it's not equality now. It's already unbalanced. Alamel said the mental death is a conflicted mindset that always alternates selectively to get the perceived rewards of those who continue daily to teach the script or the scheme. See, Alamel, this is what I'm talking about. See, whenever it's just me and Alamel, you be so crazy. Then he come on today, he drop signs. But listen, just keep it coming out, man. We're gonna get some box office gold soon. So halftime said he started a fast on Sunday, and that same day, my chef at work threw down mine over Mac. Yeah, see, I'm not that way, man. I'm like, I had to let all these people know, man. What's wrong with y'all? Jay said that's the test. Yeah, look, you do have some tests. Now I will say this now, who did, and they funny with that too. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it didn't go unnoticed. Right. But my family, that was one of the ways that they tried to test me. They tried to break me down when I first got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Was I'm telling them, I don't eat pork no more. Right? So, they from the 85 mindset. That you just ain't hungry enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he talking that shit. When he gets hungry enough, he'll eat it. And so, it would be one thing if they was just saying like, yo, look, we making what we making and you gotta do what you do. But there was an increase in the pork. Like all of a sudden, we got pig in the vegetables every day now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you just gotta put the fucking gravy with the pig on it all over everything and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And the mindset was, yeah, fuck all that shit. Our God is more powerful than that shit you talking. And, we're going to prove that when you break down because your stomach is hungry and shit. You see what I'm saying? Now look, first of all, they didn't understand about the gods. You know what I'm saying? Like they saw them in action out in the street, but none of them ever was 5%ers. You see what I'm saying? So they don't know that, I ain't just get the lessons. Got brothers out there and shit. See what I'm saying? And no matter what, they're gonna look out for me And we're gonna survive this shit, but I don't need to eat that. You understand what I'm saying? And so I ended up breaking them, and over time, one by one, they was like, yo, like maybe they not totally like, yeah, the black man is God, but they like, yeah, man, that stuff you was saying about this or that stuff you was saying about that, yeah, he was right and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the science of fasting, I'm saying, came in very handy right then. You understand what I'm saying? Where it was like, okay, I know I don't gotta fucking eat, I'm gonna be all right. You understand what I'm saying? Like I ain't, this is not gonna put me on my knees right here and shit. You see what I mean? And that's the science of being God. Is that, some people, they just that you said that. Like, just, let me say something. There's some place you could go over there and tell them your name is Allah and watch what happens. See, you got to be strong enough, man, in all them different instances, man, because some people is going to try to break you right down. See, first of all, some people, that's self-preservation. There's some shit, see, darkness can't exist where it's light. So see, if I'm the dark, I got to chop off everybody hand that go next to that light switch. And so if you walking around and you are the light, then when you come into this atmosphere, you can expose people to knowledge of self where once that person knows who they are, they will never get involved with certain negativity. They see a lot of people out there in the street that tell you, damn, man, if I would have known this, I would have known that, I never would have fucking got involved with this life that got me, involved in all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? But that's because they didn't know who they are. So now if you walking around with that knowledge, there's people that for them, you're the other bird. They say the early bird catches the worm. So yeah. See, Supreme Man said it here a little bit earlier, for every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction. Right? So that's what I'm saying. For whatever it is, there's somebody else. It's not even always that they got something negative against you. But look, if you get up in the morning to get a job, right? Look, there's somebody that got up before you. Well, that's what they're trying to do. Like if you was going to get there at 9 o'clock to apply for that job, there's somebody who's trying to get there at 8:55. And that's just for that one situation, But I'm saying that there's lots of resources like that where the shit is life and death for you and that other person. And all those are the things, man, that you got to be prepared to deal with when you say you got. You see what I mean? Because see, like I said, look, now you out there, you by yourself, like you said. Yeah, you need to fast so you can see how powerful your mind is. So when you step outside, and the first people that they gonna ask you crazy things. You got it, then make a butterfly right now. If you got it, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You gotta be strong enough to stand on the square and all that. Time said it's difficult fasting when you work in food and beverage and can't eat for free. Hey man, why don't you pick some days that you got off? So Alamel said he fasted from the 14th to the 17th. So you did 4 days. Supreme Man said that 85% is supposed to test the righteous They test us more than the gods and herbs could ever test us, and they watch us closely to see if we fail in our word. Because once you say you're God, then you examine. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. All of that, what I'm saying, where, they come in and they asking you all these different questions. But, see what I mean? You got to be able to show and prove, right? What the kingdom of God really is. You see, this in all the different ideas that's out there, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, etc., right? You know, all of these people came, what I'm saying, the word that they use, whatever, what I'm saying, I don't want to upset people, but they was all talking about, a mental kingdom, what I'm saying? Or they would probably use the word spiritual, right? And, other people that came after them, right, tried to manifest it like it was a physical kingdom. Now, there could be a physical kingdom that's manifested once the mental kingdom has been manifested. But what I'm saying specifically, right, is when you start not seeing what's symbolic and what's reality. You see what I'm saying? So when you say Jesus resurrected after his death, right? See, he never accomplished none of the shit he was talking about in the prophecies or whatever. Hey, he's supposed to come into Jerusalem on a horse or something, and everybody's supposed to bow down. Instead, he come in with a crown of thorns on his head, right? But whoever those people was against him, right? And we're not getting into whether the story is real or not. We just dealing with the story as it is, right? Whoever was the people who destroyed him, right? Right now, Christianity is the biggest religion in the world. So they might have destroyed him right then, but he resurrected, right? And now his kingdom is manifested. You see, if you start thinking that he really went up in the sky and he's really coming back, you see what I'm saying? But see, that's what I mean when I said, see, because I don't have a religious mindset, I can read that story and understand what it means. And by the same token, like Supreme Man is saying, I could tell you that the black man is God, but if you still got that mysteriousness in you, right? You're gonna say, yeah, but that's little G though. Nah, nigga, nah. Nah, we ain't playing like that. Big G's, big G's. Big G's, big O's, and big D's. I don't know what they talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, Alabama. Now we got a paragraph. Alabama said, I used to be in the barbershop, throw a comb down on the floor and tell the 85% to tell you a mystery guy to move it. Man. Halftime said, I hear you, but mind over matter. I mean, I understand all the mind over matter. But I'm just saying, y'all got some grimy people around y'all, that decide to do this type of stuff when you're fasting. Did you know you got people that go to their house, right, and think up shit that acts at 5%? Yeah. There's people, look, there's people watching this live stream. There's a cat, look, it's been the whole time I've been on here. This cat has been claiming he's gonna come on and prove all this stuff and this, that, man. Supreme Man said, Christians say Jesus coming back figuratively and literally he never left. If you see how he affected the world, the same with you if you do your duty as a civilized person. There's a book called 100 Things to Ask the 5% back in the days. Exactly. I remember that. I remember that. 100 questions that I'm fairly sure it came from Dr. York, the way I remember it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was things, it was, people had things rehearsed. You 5%, I'm 100%. All these things, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I could teach a parrot to call 120. We used to hear this stuff all the time. That's why I be telling y'all is that, to me, it's uncanny how much people you see speaking out, they use our mathematics. When I first got the knowledge, all the other nations, right, they called mathematics was our tool that we could use to twist anything. And that was what a 5%, that's what they used to say, is that, it's funny that Justice and Encyclopedia Brown come on the same time, because I actually need to talk to both of y'all. Now, look, I talked to Malad. He said he's going to be available on Friday. So sometime on Friday afternoon, we're going to do that call to get everything organized with the cybersecurity and the AI courses. But I just saw him at the rally. You know what I'm saying? And he said he got his week is a little hectic, but both of y'all heads up for Friday. We're going to be building on that. Well, now we're going to be on the phone. If you could come down, or come up. You know what I'm saying? But because he don't work far from here. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we're going to, at the least, do a group call and, start to get this thing rolling in motion. I said, they would ask me, why do you not eat pork? I would ask them, why do they eat it? Crickets. And I would say, because your slave master raised you up on it, yet you free. Dr. York said he possessed 720 degrees. I recall that. Everybody at that time, and this is, I guess, maybe personal, my personal perception of things is that people tried to treat us like we was kids, and we was kids, but we was breaking beds. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody was, kind of trying to talk down to us, and that's kind of what always made it worse, was that, you trying to talk down to us, but, you're going to end up getting your head severed off because, you don't have the knowledge and wisdom that we have. We might not have, all the maturity But you know, in terms of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, and refinement, you know, we was untouchable. So it was the white man eating pork. They the ones that brought pork. They took pork all around the world. See, pigs don't need nothing to survive. They can eat anything as long as there's something there, they can survive. And white people used to take pigs places with them and leave the pigs because their mindset was when we come back, there will be pigs there for us to hunt down and eat. So there's places all over the world that you know they introduced the swine. Man said we had deep mental wars with many and kept us sharp. Yeah, okay, listen. I tell people here, I remember I used to leave my house to go places and duel with motherfuckers about the knowledge. I used to have spots where I used to go where you know, it was areas where I felt like, yo, I'm the, you know, I've vanquished everybody. See, that's what I'm saying when I say, you know, lacking the maturity. You know what I'm saying? You know, where, you know, I'm thinking that's actually more important than what it is. You know what I'm saying? But in my mindset, it's like, you know, all the other people that's coming out here talking about they dealing with knowledge, yeah, they know I'm on top of the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was looking at it. Like, it was a brother, he said that he should be an answer, and that he recognized me when I first started doing the live stream. He actually didn't recognize me. He said he met somebody with my same name, right? And he said, yo, he was an answer, and he was standing on the Ave, right? And he said, I just walked up to him. He said, somebody named Darkim just walked up to me and just started building on the Build Destroy the Green and 140. I mean, he said that, and he told me where it was at. I was like, yeah, it definitely wasn't no other Darkim over there right at that time. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know what it was, but he wasn't. That's but that's how I was on it though. Cause see, to me, when I hear that back now, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like I just walked up to you and just started building on the on the building straight. Like I didn't even say about the knowledge of you. I just say, no, you just walked up and said peace. Just went into the building straight. You know, when I hear shit, I'll be like, damn, man, you know, I was a wild boy. Cause I can't even like why did I do that? Like I said, lacking the maturity, right? But the knowledge, wisdom, understanding was ridiculous, right? Yeah, the dudes, 14th Street, 125th Street, Franklin Avenue. Look, uh, 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 you had what's the motherfucking other place? Oh yeah, you got Broadway Junction. You got Fordham Road, Third Avenue. It was a lot of strips, man, where you know, and they should be in a lot of the train stations. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, and a lot of other people, they wasn't really, you know, a lot of people now that they got big names and everything, and they were on the internet, and they, you know, I don't really remember. I'm like, I remember them existing, but they wasn't outside. You know what I'm saying? The Ansars was outside. Exactly, Peter Brown said they used to show me those books and tried to show me Yakub in one of the books. I got up out of it. See, the thing, I'm gonna tell you what it was about those books that threw me off. Even as a kid, right? It threw me off that everybody appeared to be Dr. York on the books. On the cover where they got like an illustration of the person who they talking about. So if they talking about Jesus Christ, right? It's a picture of Imam Isa. If they talking about Moses, it's a picture of Imam Isa. Everybody good is a picture of him and shit. So even as a kid, that threw me off. Like, wait a minute, bro. I can't understand that one. Yeah, all the prophets, exactly. Yeah, all the prophets is a picture of Dr. York. Yeah, no, I don't think this is it. Because see, for me, it's a little bit different journey because see, for some people, they was just going, see me, I had already left Christianity. Like I was serious about knowing who God was when I was a Christian. And so I'm trying to figure this shit out scientifically. You understand what I mean? And I'm trying to figure out how can I get on that level like Moses and shit where I'm walking down the street and I see a bush burning. How do I get on that level like Abraham where God just talked to me? I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like I'm listening to the people and people is like, yo, I was praying and shit and God told me this, man. God told me to do this. God gave me this. Like, yo, why you gonna never give me no motherfucking message? You see what I mean? And then over time, I just came to the conclusion that, yo, y'all full of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just, it was always certain people in my family that didn't go to church. And so I just realized that if I start staying at those people's house on Saturday night, then I ain't got to go to church. You see what I'm saying? And so I wasn't outside looking for God. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm searching, I'm, like Indiana Jones. But if somebody said something about God, I would ask them like, wait a minute, so do I'm saying maybe when shit what I was looking for over there. And they never had it. You know what I'm saying? The father said on the other hand, I wasn't really looking for them to tell me who God was. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing. And then they just exposed me to the, basic foundation of the universe. And that was clear. That was clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to understand these stories from thousands of years ago. I ain't got to pray. I ain't got to put no money in the basket. I could draw this up right here. And then, whatever it is in life, I could use this right here. Once I got this drawn up, right, I could use this right here to draw everything else up. See, that's when I was good then. I don't need. See, you gave me something. Well, I don't need nobody telling me nothing. I can deal with the mathematics. The alien stuff. You know what's funny? I didn't know about the alien stuff. But apparently they from there's like another planet. I can't remember the name. Shan God King said, I used to read those Ansar books in the 80s until he wrote that book of the 5% that had numerous errors from cover to cover. Well, I mean, the first, what's the name? It said his name was Jowers on the cover. And I think, did it say his birthday was 1929? I think all of that was on the cover. Then when you open it and it says 5% hadith. Excuse me? And then it say 5% hadith. And then it said the real meaning. Yeah, right. Right, yeah, it said 1929. Yeah. I recall, yeah, we had that was you know, I had some issues over that. We you know, they didn't they had a hard time selling that. They had a hard time selling that around me. Supreme Man. You know what's funny, Supreme Man? I remember one day I was in Queens, right? And there was people from different I guess you could say iterations or different you know, seasons of Dr. York. So what I mean is, you know, they all used to sell their stuff where they got the oils, the books, et cetera, instant. So it's like within 20 feet, right? There's an Ansar Muslim with the all white on, right? Then, you know, maybe, you know, 5-10 feet from him, there's a Hebrew from when they went from Islam to Judaism, and then this was right before they went to Georgia. So on the other end was some, you know, Egyptologists or whatever was the incarnation at that time. Sharon God King said, I was at a law school the day that book dropped. I don't know where I was, but you know, they first tried to show it to me on some like, nah, you know, it's all peace, it's nothing bad in here and all that. Like, bro. But I mean, I don't think a whole lot of people fell for the book of the 5%. I think it was a thing where, you know, you had a couple of you know, younger brothers, you know what I'm saying, who was just seeking understanding. You know, it was kind of almost like an internet thing, but it was before the internet. You know what I mean? Where like now you got people that it's like, you know, you want to get the knowledge and wisdom and understanding, but you don't want to go through the people that you got to go through to get it. You know what I'm saying? You want to get it in a way where you don't have to show and prove nothing.
I'm about to have to head back to like an hour away.
Oh yeah, let me see. Hold on, let me see if this brother answered the phone real quick. So you could be in touch. I think about Mel's out there too.
You said your name was what again?
Darkim.
Darkim. What's up, man?
Darkim. Come on, let me call it like. Everybody picking up the fucking phone, man. If I had an emergency. But what you okay there? Shame God King said all you guys at the time were laughing that they put Shabazz a do picture in the book and he's standing right next to me. Yeah, you know what? I don't recall that particular what's the name, but yeah, that's the type of the sounds about right. That sounds about right. But at any rate, we're gonna go ahead and start winding this here down. So yeah, we got any you got any last questions there before we wind this one down? I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I think because we did 2 and 1. We did because we covered it yesterday. I don't know if should we do another day this week? Because we got both. We got the knowledge from yesterday and the knowledge from today. We dealt with it already. Probably enough. It's enough. Hey, Encyclopedia Brown, you still there? Did you see that Governor, I don't know. I still don't know how to pronounce the governor's name. Is it Hochul? I don't even know how to say it. But did you hear that she supposedly the legislatures or whatever have already passed a bill so that they can start some commission for reparations from New York. And it's supposed to be the expectation that Hochul is going to sign it. What is the each one teach one? Who's the each one teach one position on Governor Hochul and the I guess it's like a commission. It's not like they're giving out money tomorrow. I don't know. I said we have to get into a lot of world's manifest. Now look, I'm agreeing with you, right? But I got to add on something here, right? Allah already manifested His world. Like if Allah's world would manifest, we wouldn't even be here. We got to come in our good time and manifest our world. Like I'm broadcasting to you right here from Allah School in Mecca. You know, I wouldn't be here in this building saying what I'm saying if Allah's world was manifest. So it's there. So we don't have a vote. Look, if we covered everything we need to cover for the week, and we don't need any more classes, right? Type zero in the comment box. You know, if we still need to have another class for the week, right? Another live stream, type 1 in the box. So that way I can map out my week there. Predict my history. And listen, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Infinite Mega from the Law School the Law School and Mega page. He said that my live streams is too long. So, you know, I don't know if you agree that the live streams are too long. Remember, you type the 0 in the box if we don't need any more classes. You type in 1 in the box if we do need more classes, right? Type 2 in the box if you agree with Inf Mega that the live streams is too long, right? And if you disagree with him, then go on his page and tell him to stop talking in his comment section. Just put comments on his video that, listen, stay in your lane and don't be talking about the Random Jews Network. Right now, it looks like you're outvoted. Free Cipher. Looks like you got outvoted there, Free Cipher. Free Cipher said a great one to lose. I mean, look, it happens to the best. Yeah, we probably listen, man. We probably get in tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if we're gonna be here at headquarters. You know, we probably be on location. You know, we probably have the gold microphone. We probably had a gold microphone hooked up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we take it from there. But you know, in the meantime and in between time, you know what I'm saying, we had a couple new people come in, you know what I'm saying? You know, hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else that made it to spar, do the each one teach one, hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sign off and say peace, but we'll be back on, you know, Thursday, of course, is the great Sunez. The great Sunez does his thing. So we got either Wednesday or Friday that we'll be on. We try to do tomorrow, but let's see what happens. And you know, I'll see y'all later in the week. Peace.